Are you riding a trendy wave here to say he's the
Oh,
GOAT because everybody's saying he's the GOAT?
no.
Can you qualify him? Qualify him right now.
Boy, oh boy, where can I even start?
Please start.
Leading in all-time scoring. Most points ever. Nobody's ever surpassed him. He longevity. He's in his 40s, playing like he's in his prime right now. Fast forward 15 years later, now that Luka Doncic is on the Lakers, him and Luka reenacted the same play, and LeBron dunked like he was in his prime. Was Jordan?
All right, welcome to my podcast where we discuss issues of today. And with me, I am here with Michael.
Hi.
Michael, the shy Michael. Yeah, Michael. So we're just gonna get down to business. We're not gonna waste time. We're just gonna have a chat about anything and everything and anything. First of all, tell me, tell the viewers who you are, Michael. What grade are you?
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm in 10th grade and I'm 16 years old.
Wow, 16, 2 years. And you'll be
An adult.
18. And there's a lot of issues, man, you're gonna face as an adult.
I'm about to pay taxes.
Pay tax. Oh, that's the only thing you concerned about. Pay
Because I have to pay taxes in high school when that time comes.
Can you drive?
No, but I can.
Oh yeah, you can, because you know, in the back roads, farmlands, in the farmlands.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. No, we don't do anything illegal. What are you talking? Have you been practicing your tests?
Yeah,
your written tests.
The buttons that you need to know when they tell you, say, oh, what's the signal? What's the defroster button? All that stuff. So
You got that?
Yeah.
Turn signals.
Mhm.
How about signs?
Oh, sorry.
Road signs.
Yeah, I got
You
that.
follow? Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
stop signs.
Mhm.
What is this? I'm done. I'm gonna quiz you in it. But yeah. So you're in high school. What challenges are you guys facing in high school right now? Or should I call it a Gen Z problem?
Well, since I don't go to a public school, I'm sort of guarded from other things that other people experience that are my age. But I guess you'll still experience things that are in public school, and you'll still experience those things that are in public school that are in private school. I guess
You're saying that like it's a bad thing to be in private school. Is that a bad thing to be in a private school?
there's some bad thing. I'm just saying.
We're not here to judge. We're just here to listen, right?
Yeah, we listen and you don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge. All right, cool. So, let's get down to the hot topics. One that's really burning in my heart is the fact that ever since you were a kid, you've always, and you know where I'm going with this way, you've always flip-flopped and switched teams, particularly basketball. You've gone from that team to that team, from this team to that team. And now you're a LeBron James fan, like diehard LeBron James. LeBron James is this, LeBron James is that. What happened? What are we doing?
I've always been a LeBron James fan. I'm not a Lakers fan because I'm not going to switch up on my team. But my team's the Clippers right now, and I thought they were going to be better than I expected, but they're not doing too well. But it's okay because next year we're going to win the championship, bro. It's like
So you're a Clippers fan, but at the same time, a LeBron James fan.
Well, yeah, because he's the GOAT.
How easy to go? Explain that to me. And
And
I'm not throwing any shade on LeBron James. I just want him. I just want this young fella to explain himself on why is it. Are you riding a trendy wave here to say he's the GOAT because everybody's saying he's the GOAT?
No.
Can you qualify him? Qualify him right now.
Boy, oh boy, where can I even start?
Please start.
Leading in all-time scoring. Most points ever. Nobody's ever surpassed him. He longevity. he's in his 40s playing like he's in his prime right now. If you have you seen that Dwayne Wade pass to LeBron in Miami Heat, you know, when he does a
with
whole
the yeah,
yeah. So
they poses at the end.
yeah, and you know, he dunked it in just full power, you know, he in his prime. Fast forward 15 years later, now that Luka Doncic is on the Lakers, him and Luka reenacted the same play, and LeBron dunked it like he was in his prime, like it was nothing. And was Jordan like that? Was Kobe like that? No.
See, now
So,
oh man, you brought in Kobe.
and plus,
You were doing just fine before you
So-
brought in Kobe.
Kobe, sorry, I just had to put it out there. But, Kobe was a ball hogger. You know, he was notorious for not passing the ball to his teammates. So it's just, that's not a GOAT. You gotta be good at everything. And that's what LeBron is. He's good at everything. It's just, his son is in the NBA. Who is Michael Jordan's son in the NBA? No,
That doesn't make him a GOAT though.
it just, it does.
That doesn't make, just because you have your son in the NBA does not make you the GOAT.
playing.
And then that doesn't disqualify Michael Jordan for not having his kids in the NBA.
They didn't make the NBA though.
But that has nothing to do with his qualifications on being the GOAT, or greatest of all time. So anyway, I don't want to go back and forth. You brought in Kobe Bryant, which is a very hot topic for me because he carried the Lakers for years. He brought in championships for the Lakers. So he is a legend, period.
He is. Yeah, I'm not denying that.
And my GOAT.
Yes.
Just because you can play, just because you have longevity, does not qualify you for GOATism.
Yes, it does.
It does not qualify. It's
If
one of the
if you're playing-
prerequisites.
If you're playing at if you're playing at your best level for years, that's GOAT. That's like a king. That's like a king who's like dominating for years. That's LeBron. He's been dominating for years, and he's dominating in his 40s.
See, I didn't want this conversation to go into a debate because I just wanted you to explain yourself on flip-flopping from this guy to this guy being the great. I mean, you've had your favorite. Who are your favorite favorite five of all time basketball?
Like not
Not goading. Don't goat. Don't goat out.
I'm not.
Don't
Like,
goat out. No goading.
yeah, I will.
Who is your favorite? Your favorite five
All time, not currently right now. Like,
all time?
okay. James Harden, LeBron James. Uh, I'm gonna say I like Paul George, so I'm gonna put him in there. And then I'll say Rob Dillingham.
All right. I guess we end it there. But now on the basketball talk. Basketball. All right. On another note, so you are a multi-talented, multifaceted young man. You go from acting, and you just did your first stage acting. I almost said career, but we haven't even started. I mean, it's your first acting gig, which was done at Loma Linda.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did that go? What was your role there?
It was a musical at my school. I didn't want to join it at first. I was thinking about being like a little extra, but um, I think because auditions for the musical was at the beginning of the school year, and I didn't want to audition. But I think like a couple weeks later,
So why did you audition?
Why did-
Let's go. Yeah, let's go there.
I just didn't care, and I didn't really know what to expect.
Hmm.
But then I had sort of thought about it.
Had nothing to do with confidence, because you don't strike me as a no confidence kind of guy.
No, it wasn't that. I just wasn't interested, right? Because plus I had thought musical people were a little weird, but I think
And you turned out to be one,
yeah, but
and you had a main character.
I'm not on the weird side of musical kids, but no shade to musical kids.
So you act, and you pause, and you sing, just like they do in Broadway.
Yeah,
How did that go?
I think I could have done a little better.
Or actually, let's flip it and say, how did that make you feel prior to the actual, uh, debut, or prior to the premiere?
Y-
Because you guys did how many days?
Well, 2 days,
2 days,
four,
3 acts, 4 acts
four,
per day.
yeah. Well,
Wow,
2 acts per day, but
2 acts per day.
back to
Okay,
back.
so let's go to the beginning before the curtain opened. Okay, before the curtains open, the practice part of it. Walk me through that. What was going through your mind prior was going through your mind at, or I would say on the days that you're doing it on stage, and how do you make you feel after?
Well, of course, I didn't think I was, because I heard a lot of people were gonna get stage fright, and I didn't really think I'd get it because I didn't really think about it, or I just didn't really think about it. But the moment it was actually there, I hear the people outside and all this rehearsal every week. You had 10-hour rehearsals. Is finally
The nine to five. That's
nine
like
of
a real job.
for 2 days back to back.
Golly.
And there was like one Saturday night where we spent 2 hours rehearsing. But um, yeah, I just out of nowhere, my heart just was sinking, and I was just like, "Oh shoot, I'm about to perform in front of people." And I sort of just asked some people who had done this before, and I just asked them what.
Well, performance is not your new thing. You've performed ever since you were like 6 years old.
Well,
From a performance,
not like this. Like
not like this.
people pay for it.
People. Oh, okay. I get you.
People come
I
and
get
pay
you.
to see it perform, see
Right.
all that rehearsing
Right.
being put to work, and I feel like I could have done a little better, um, in my acting and my expressions, because I looked emotionless sometimes,
Oh,
and nobody really told me, so I was just a little.
so this is your self analysis or something, self reflection.
Yeah, I just feel like I think I could have done a little things a little bit different, especially when I'm practicing at home.
Mhm.
But um, I mean, I guess like one thing I'd start to do better is I'd record myself now,
Right.
doing the scenes and saying the lines,
Absolutely.
how I
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
because
How you look, how you sound,
yeah, because I
and
didn't
get
do that.
comfortable with your own voice.
Yeah, because I didn't do that before.
Mhm.
Um, that's
But singing is not a problem. You got that unlocked.
it was okay. But,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, your voice changed, right? From all the talent shows that you're in, the singing,
Yeah.
and then you flip, and all of a sudden you got the radio voice on. What's your deepest voice in the microphone? If you're talking in the microphone, what's the lowest you can hit?
Right. Yeah, like the lowest I could hit is this probably.
All right, that can land you a lot of jobs. You know that, right? Apart from the fact that you can, I mean, you can sing because you got a baritone. Ever heard of this guy called Barry White?
Who is he?
Gen Z issue. We just hit a Gen Z issue here, but uh, yeah, look him up when we get done here. Look up Barry White. Great guy, baritone, bass a tone. It was down there, but you could carry a tune, man. And that bass, that low voice can bring problems. It might bring you problems, but hey, um, God don't give you nothing that you can't handle, right? We'll see about that.
Um,
All right, so back to your story. 10 hours a day, practicing hard, um, back and forth. In the meantime, you're doing that, and you're doing drum. You're in drum corps, right?
mhm. Yeah.
And you got school going on,
Yeah, and I had like
and
a
your
lot of
grades.
yes, I had a lot of tests. Yeah, I got yeah, I had a lot of going on. I was a little stressed 'cause I didn't really know how I was gonna manage it all. But I was just a little thankful because the performances were stretched apart. They were like months months away from each other. Um, but so I didn't really worry about drum corps since it was like a month later. Yeah, I think I started to like focus less on some things and prioritizing my performing more, which sort of brought my grades down, but I brought them back up recently. Um, So yeah, that was really it.
That was
That
it.
is the
And then so now we covered the acting part, which you killed, by the way. You did a great job.
thank you.
And I'm not saying that because I'm biased, but you did a really great job. Um, the drum corps, how did that go?
Um, it was a little bit of mess ups. I had dropped my sticks sort of twice. I dropped them once when we were sort of at the beginning of the performance. It just like fell out of my hands, and I just like, I was like, oh shoot, is somebody gonna pick it up for me, or
Mm.
do I have to pick it up and just make our whole drum line look bad? I just picked it up, and then
How you pick up, like, he had quads on that day, or
yeah, it was like this big drum.
how on
Line.
earth you drop sticks with quads and you pick them up?
You just bend, you sort of, you got to maneuver out the way just so you're.
Right, right. That must have been tough.
Yeah, it
Either
wasn't
way.
too bad. It was good.
So yeah, we talked about that, and I was suggesting that next time, I guess, carry more than pair,
Hmm.
right? Carry some extras so that when you drop it,
Yeah.
you just like continue where you left off. Oh, you guys did great. So that's that. And then so you did school, you did drum corps and then acting. What was your character again as
Oh
on
yeah.
the play?
Sorry, I forgot to say. I was the play was Little Mermaid, and I wasn't like I was asked if I could be Prince Eric in the play.
Mhm.
Um, they still had me audition just so they could see how good I was, or they can audit me. But yeah, they just asked me, and I just did it, and I got the role.
Was it hard?
Not really, because I think
Did you have competition is what I'm asking.
yeah, I had one person, but he was a senior,
Mhm.
so and I don't think I don't know if he let me. I don't know if he did better, and he just
Okay.
said
I think you were good. Don't take away your shine. You did great, and you were meant for the position. You were meant for the role, and you did a great job with it. Okay. So now on top of that, man, let's just talk about regular stuff. What is that one thing that when you wake up in the morning, you are motivated by?
I can't really think of anything, but
What drives you? Because you're an early person,
well, school, of course, because I have to go to school,
right?
and that sort of forces me to wake up and get up early.
Hmm.
Because since we live further away from it now, I have to time myself better.
Speak about the move. Moving into the middle of nowhere. How does that feel so far?
Um, well,
Without disclosing where it is, but
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not too bad. There's some flaws. I guess like the first thing, cause like the first week when we moved to this new area, there was like no service, so like there was
right.
no way.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, no TV, no service, no cell phone,
Yeah, it was basically
no internet.
well,
Yeah.
I couldn't do any schoolwork
Hmm.
because most of my schoolwork was online, and that was just sort of pointless.
Right. What we got over there.
Yeah.
So this podcast is really about. I don't know if I ever told you. It's based on a title, opposite me. So opposite me in any way. It could be I could be a police officer and you could be a judge. I could be, you know, up and you're down. I could be down and you're up. I could be wealthy and you're not. I could be poor and you're rich. So it's one of those things where we're having conversations with people that I'm really opposite, So at this point in time, I'm obviously older than you and you are younger than me, so that makes us opposite,
Yeah.
right? So it kind of fits the criteria. What are things that you think, man, I can't wait to grow up so I can do? Being honest, we're not here to judge. We're just here to listen.
Yeah. I guess travel more and
Wait, 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 wait. How are you gonna say you're gonna wanna travel more when not too long ago we talked about going back to Paris and you're like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay."
years ago, but
Okay, so where do you stand now? You're open to traveling again?
yeah, I do it. I like to travel.
Okay, so back to your point. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Um, just having the free will to do whatever I want so that I have more freedom when I get older. Um, especially if when I drive, I could. Now, obviously, I won't be as free, but I'll have a bit more freedom. I'll be able to go to places and do things on my own time.
You feel restricted right now?
A little bit.
Hmm. Mm, mm. Should I start about when I was your age?
Please don't. Please
All right.
don't.
All right, I won't. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, things are different and you have so many privileges that a lot of children just don't have. The list is endless. And I know you know that. You're appreciative. We talked about that. But so your grades, I mean, you've always been a smart kid, and again, not being biased, but lately you have been taking a lot of your initiative in just studying, going to bed late. You've taken your schooling very serious. What changed? Not that you didn't before, but now you are like, no one is there to say, "Hey, did you do your work?" Mike, go do your work. You just like you are carrying it forward by yourself, showing a lot of responsibility. So what changed?
Well, I feel like the contributing factor to me taking it more serious is because I go to a school where you guys pay for me to go to, and it's sort of expected of me to have good grades, so I take it a bit more serious. And it's somewhat competitive between the students at the school to have good grades. And if you don't have really good grades, especially if you have like B's or C's, you're sort of like considered a little stupid or so.
A loser.
Yeah, because it's just like,
That's how I look at it. Yeah, no C's up in this house. A's. We're all about arrows, right?
yeah,
B's are all about arrows. And the reason is this, you know, not to bring Kobe back, but it's the Mamba mentality. If you can do something, do it to the best of your ability. That's it. Just aim for the stars. And if you miss the stars, you'll land on the moon. You're still up there, flying high. So yeah, man. Proud of you in that circle, in that realm. And I say keep it going. Um, but not because of the competition. You're not doing it because you're competing. You just want to do it because you have the opportunity right now to be in a position to excel, right? Um, and you're doing exactly that. So what are you planning on being? What are you hoping to become in the near future? Because I can't say when you grow up anymore. I say in the near future now. What are you hoping to be?
um, my dream job is to become a cardiologist.
Okay. Oh wow, that's good.
Um, it's basically about a heart and how it functions and how you can help people who have heart problems. But it takes years of training and education to master, and it takes around like 14 years. So if I, after high school, if I went straight into trying to become a cardiologist, I'd have to do 4 years of, normal college. I forgot what the requirements are, but 4 years of college, I believe 4 years of medical school. So that's already 8 years. And I believe something where you're with cardiologists, but you're not
In
doing the,
practice, yeah.
yeah, practice, and we can watch them. And then I think that's another
Like
four
a
years.
student, yeah, a
Yeah.
medical student.
And then I believe 3 to 4 years of residency. Um, and that's around like 14 years, and you should be like around 30 when you become a
Yeah.
cardiologist.
And you prepare to go that route.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard work, but it'll take you there.
yeah.
You know. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, again, it's gonna be the opposite me. I'm cybersecurity, and I know you know that. Software engineer. It took me. I mean, I'm still learning. Like even today, I'm still taking classes here and there, taking certs here and there. I was in school away to my master's, and it took forever
Yeah.
to get there, but it doesn't really feel like it's a burden because I love it. So even when I'm learning that stuff, it's like intriguing, like, oh wow, I didn't know this. And the type of person I am, I'm fascinated by things I don't know. So that motivates me to learn. Like I'm constantly learning. It got me to a point where I got concerned. I'm like, man, what is this? Do I am I ever gonna get to a point where I'm like, okay, I've reached the point of I don't want to learn anymore, or I'm tired of learning anymore. But I'm not like that. I'm fascinated. I'm motivated by things I don't know. So on that note, just wanted to thank you all for watching. See you guys on the next one.